unidentified magical activity. Things were going to get interesting. The bat passed the tumbled husk of the old black tower, once occupied by the East Guard, and home now to no one but a dozen sleeping ravens. Beyond it was my objective. The street, narrow and unassuming, walled by a series of humble cottages, all tall stained chimneys, small windows, cracked plaster fronts, and plain wooden doors leading straight onto the road. The place was always like this, even in the great years. Golden Lane worked under different rules. The roofs, always sagging, were now beyond repair, a mess of warped frames and loose tiles. I settled on an exposed rib of wood at the innermost cottage and surveyed the street. In the days of Rudolph, greediest of the emperors, Golden Lane was a center of great magical effort, the objective of which was nothing less than the creation of the Philosopher's Stone. A fabled metal, accredited with the ability to turn base metals into gold or silver. Its existence is, of course, utter moonshine, as might be discovered by asking any imp. We jinn can alter the appearance of things by casting a glamour or illusion, but to permanently shift the true nature of something is quite impossible. But humans never listen to something that doesn't suit them, and countless lives were expended on this futile search. Each house was rented to a different alchemist, and for a time, the tiny cottages hummed with activity. The magicians came from all over the known world, from Spain, from Britain, from snowbound Russia, from the fringes of the Indian deserts, in the hope of winning an incalculable reward. Each was master of 100 arts, each the tormentor of a dozen jinn. Each drove their slaves for years in the great quest. Each in turn failed utterly. One by one their beards turned grey, their hands weak and palsied, their robes faded and discoloured from ceaseless summonings and experiments. One by one they tried to give up their position, only to find Rudolph was unwilling to let them go. Those who attempted to slip away found soldiers waiting for them on the castle steps. Others, attempting a magical departure, discovered a strong nexus around the castle, sealing them in. They did not escape. Many ended in the dungeons. The rest took their own lives. It was, for those of us spirits who watched the process, a deeply moral tale. Our captors had been caught in the prison of their own ambitions. Even after the search was abandoned, the street remained home to foreign magicians working for the Czechs. The government wanted them close beside the castle, where it could keep an eye on them. And so the situation remained, right through to the bloody night when Gladstone's forces took the city. No foreign magicians dwelled here now. The buildings were smaller than I remembered, huddled together like seabirds on a headland. I sensed the old magic still seeped into the stonework, but little was new. The set, the faint tremoring of the veins was stronger now, its source much closer. The bat looked about carefully. What did it see? A dog ferreting in a hole at the foot of one old wall, a lit window fringed by thin curtains. Inside it, an old man hunched beside a fire. A young woman in the glare of a street lamp, walking carefully along the cobbles in high-heeled shoes, perhaps making for the castle. Blank windows, shut casements, loopholes and broken chimneys, glitter blowing in the wind. A house, seat. And number 13, halfway down the street, a hovel indistinguishable from the rest in its dryness and melancholy, but with a glowing green nexus of force surrounding it on the sixth plane. Someone was in, and that someone did not want to be disturbed. The bat made a quick sortie up and down the street, carefully avoiding the nexus where it curved up into the air. The rest of Golden Lane was dark and quiet, fully obsessed with its little activities of evening. I swung quickly back to where it had come, down to the bottom of the hill to round my master. I found the place, I said. Mild chances, but we should be able to get in. Hurry while no one's around. I've said it before, but humans are simply useless when it comes to getting around. The time it took for that boy to climb those measly 256 steps. The sheer number of huffs and puffs and gratuitous pauses for breath he needed. The remarkable colour he went in. I've never seen the like. I wish we'd brought a paper bag or something. Your face is glowing so much you can probably be seen from the other side of the Voltava. It's not even a very big hill. What kind of defences are there? His mind was strictly on the job. Flimsy nexus, I said. No problem. Don't you exercise at all? No. No time. Too busy. Of course. You're too important now. I forgot. After 10 minutes or so, we reached the ruined tower, and I became following again. In disguise, I led the way to a place where a shallow